One day in the office, we learned that one of our colleagues is an extreme kayaker. Ben Aylsworth spends the occasional weekend traveling to the fastest rivers he can find to engage in a sport that requires both skill and experience. And oh yeah, absolutely no fear of death. Now, this is not the kind of thing you usually get to see on TV. So we asked Ben to take a camera on one of his excursions. Here's his account of a trip that even he thought was scary.
Welcome to Moose Fest. Every October, we kayakers head to Old Forge, New York to throw ourselves off waterfalls. It's dangerous, it's scary, but it's a heck of a lot of fun.
That's quite the rug you got on the front. You just zip up. It's freezing out here, man.
You must be from further south than I am.
I'm from Canada.
To do this sport, you've got to be prepared.
The fact of the matter is, if you flip upside down and you don't roll your kayak, you'll drown. You'll suffocate. And that, as far as I'm concerned, is probably one of the worst ways of dying.
Yeah, I've been hurt on this river before. And it was pretty good. It was on the first drop here. About halfway down, I flipped onto my side, stuck my hand out, and ended up breaking my hand.
The helmet's new. My girlfriend got it for me because she thinks that I should be safe.
Without a helmet, yeah, I'd be talking with a little bit of a drool right now.
This is Billy and Matt. Both are pros. They kayak for a living, making money through competing, sponsorship, and instructing. I'll be paddling with them today. Billy, arguably Canada's best.
My name's Billy Harris, and I got into paddling. Just my parents had me swimming around in rapids at the bottom of a big waterfalls, and that's where we hung out every day. And it just escalated from there. Saw someone paddling through with a kayak, and I just had to do it. I had to go kayaking because they just looked free. They looked happy, and they looked challenged. They looked scared. All that just excited me.
Hey, what'd you think of the first drop?
The altitude's fine. The volume is a little excessive.
What does that mean?
Too damn much water.
You scared?
Petrified.
You gonna run it?
No.
Heavy rains have turned this normally dangerous run into potentially deadly. More water means faster currents and more places where you can get hurt. For instance, you don't want to flip on these rapids. They are shallow, and when you're upside down, your head is closest to the rocks. Also, rivers have their own version of an undertow. We call them holes. Holes can trap you longer than you can hold your breath. Usually there are hundreds of kayakers here. Today there's about 50, and they are nervous.
I'd say I've got a sphincter factor of about 7 right now.
Sphincter factor. The harder the run, the tighter your butt.
So,
Out of?
10. So it's a solid, moderate sphincter factor, but nothing out of control.
Rumor has it that this level, only hairboaters and people without kids boat this, what I was told from some guy on the river.
Hairboater, a kayaker who paddles hairy and scary rapids. Rapids, like ski runs, are graded based on their difficulty.
The class system in kayaking is rated between 1 and 6. 1 being a ripple or barely moving water, and 6 being, say, Niagara Falls. You can run Niagara Falls, but your chances of survival are up to Mother Nature. 5 is what we're going to be running. 4 or 5 is what we're going to be running today.
Most start at the river's edge, but not Billy and Matt.
The plan is to slide down the hill, not hit the big tree on the left, and then not hit the big tree on the right, and just fly out of there with pine cones, rocks, and boulders. So what's going through your head right now?
That's a big tree. Billy got lucky.
Any last words?
You can have my car.
Welcome to Fowlersville Falls. It's the first rapid on the Moose River here in New York State. What we have is a 45-foot slide into a big munchy hole.
Munchy Hole, a violent river undertow.
You do not want to swim here. The water's cold, the air is cold, and you can drown. That being said,
I'm next.
Not necessarily a good place to swim. Most of them ended up left. Somebody goes right. Swimming, that could be pretty dangerous.
How many more of these do we got to go?
I think it's 5.
5 more rapids to go. One down.
How was it?
Rough. It was the bottom is rough.
Yes.
You get swirled around down there.
Good impact. I definitely got some styling going on in the hair under there. I can feel it all twisted up. Yeah.
I just got a big nasal enema.
Remember what Matt said earlier.
Somebody goes right. Swimming, that could be pretty dangerous.
This guy from Quebec goes right instead of left, and instantly we know we have a problem. The power of this hole is amazing. Again and again it recirculates him back into the base of the falls. Each time he is held underwater for 25-30 seconds, only to be let up for an instant before he is sucked under again. Frantic rescue attempts fail. Minutes pass. I think to myself, if this were me, I'd be dead by now. But I pray he isn't. Finally, he breaks loose. Billy is the first one on the scene. The Quebecer is quickly taken to the far shore to assess his condition. On this side of the river, the incident has had its impact.
It was just incredible. I mean, he was just recirculating around for about 5 minutes. That's about the longest I've ever seen someone get recirculated like that.
It was an awful hole. Look at the toe back on that hole. I mean, it's got to be 25 to 30 feet. I mean, that is a hole from hell.
He's alive, but I don't know how. That's incredible, actually. I'm baffled at how he survived.
One rapid down, the rest of the river awaits.
The lines were silky smooth. We went right down the middle. There's a giant rooster tail on the left that can really hurt you.
Rooster tail. When deflected water forms an S-shaped current.
Actually, they just took another person out in an ambulance. It's been a rough day today.
The day isn't over yet. We still got 2 more rapids to go, and they're the biggest. Now it's my turn on Crystal. I love this rapid. It's big, scary, and beautiful.
This is McGilla Falls, the last rapid here on the Moose. It's a pretty cool rapid. There's a left and a right line. Most people go right. It's nice, easy boof.
Boof. The sound your kayak makes when it lands flat.
Left is a little sketchy. I think Billy's going to do it today.
Most of us are satisfied with just running the easier right line, but not Billy.
The dangers are that there's a pothole at the top, right at the crux, where all the water folds in on itself. And if you go in there, you're not coming out. Doesn't get much better than that. That was pretty sweet. That was pretty awesome. That was nice. Fucking crazy.
I was scared though. I
That was a nice tell. You were scared. I was scared.
That was a sweet boof off there.
Yeah, that is nice. I like the little finger there. It just pops you into the air and you're like, whoa, all the way down. It's so good.
That's what paddling is all about, though, pushing your limits.
It was a great day. Lots of fun, great lines, some good people for sure. These Yanks are hilarious, and could have been a little warmer. There was plenty of times today where I was standing around shivering, but awesome day all in all. The Moose is so much fun.
On shore, we find yet another Canadian. His day didn't end as well as ours.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. Let's see your teeth. That's nice.
The funny thing is I got grad pictures on Monday, so I think I got to cancel those.
The Moose River. It's one of those rivers that really kicks ass, but you have to make sure it doesn't kick yours in the process.
Not for $1 million. Ben Aylsworth produced that story with some assistance on camera from fellow kayaker Matt Hamilton, and that's reality TV.